Hello, guys. Anna here, Heart of Match Guarantee, and I'm so excited today to talk to you about topic how girls choose guys. And I'm very excited because this is not just my words; it's just like my my theory about SUV, how Ukrainian women rate the sexual market value of the man got proven by statistics, which is 2,000 more than 2,750 women voted, and so I just found confirmation of my words, and I want to talk about those points today in this video. So you will definitely learn a lot about this because it's very different in the West, I must admit. Before we will start, I just have very exciting announcement. So let's watch this short video.
Silent night, I only have one wish for the shooting star. Holy night, send me someone to love so I can hold their hand while we're ice skating around the trees in Central Park. Kiss them under the mistletoe. Oh, I want a Christmas kind of spark. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? I wanna fall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Turtle doves and all my favorite things come in sets up too. So does love. Send me someone I can talk to. We'll share stories of our childhood memories of Christmas past. Chestnuts on an open fire and another log to make it last. We'll build Frosty the Snowman and dance along with the Christmas band, and then we'll frolic like two old lovebirds walking around a winter wonderland. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? I wanna fall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Send me an extra stocking to hang next to me on the wall. Santa, send me a love for Christmas. That would be the greatest gift of all. Send me a love for Christmas. That would be the greatest gift of Santa.
Today, it's completely free for you to have a video date face-to-face with beautiful Eastern European women of all ages and walks of life.
Oh my god. That's it. I'm all yours.
So I brought flowers.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
With makeup or no makeup, hair up, hair down, you always look great.
Thank you. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions. Okay, so we will see you live over at ukrainedating.tv.
So guys, it will be Zoom speed dating event that we're organizing under ukrainedating.tv. And so if you're interested, please find the link in description below this video, pre-registration. And so you're welcome to fill out. We will follow up with you about our next steps. Okay. Merry Christmas to everyone. Yeah, this. What? Happy weekend. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It just, yeah. Okay. So, let's talk about, my topic today. And so I'm a part of the group, which organized by Ukrainian men, where, basically it's a highly consciousness people. He's personal development coach as well. And so he posted in his group a question addressed to men as well as to women. And question was to women, please choose from options above. Please choose from the options above. What's the main things for you personally in a man? And so I will start from the least important and go into the most important, so you can hear with your own ears, numbers and qualities, right? So the least important for them in a man, for Slavic women, is that he be creative, he be very dreamer, or very spiritual, like highly development, like they just found this, it should be like they want men to be grounded, the opposites. That's why they give this the least is 1%, which is 3% only. So then next one, which is I think very common in the West, him to be alpha male, be man with a strong character, that he's like he's kind of even difficult, like he's just have very he's strong at self-expressing. So this point got 4% of women. And then next it was by importance, it was his ability to have great communication skills humor and him to be kind. And so this point got 20%. The next one was his ability to be a provider and ability to be able to protect. So 27% it got. And the main one, which got 46%, it's a very holistic picture of whom Slavic women looking for. It's him being a great husband, and I will explain what they mean by that. When I read this, like the stats, I understand each point on a very different level from how like Western man would, if he would use just Google Translator, he would be confused. So great husband, great father, and just good person. And so when this has got 46%, so you see, it's like it's more important for them, those just like being a good man, just decent man, who is when they say great husband, who is great husband? If you look to like problems that Slavic women facing being in a relationship, basically number one, it's just him being reliable and him being faithful. So when they say great husband, it means husband with a traditional vision for a family, and who wants to have family, family oriented man, marriage material man, we call it, right? So and then of course, as for like all Slavic women, most of them, okay, let's put not all, but to be in future mother, or going through this experience, she wants to meet men who open to have children, who wants to. And if she's single mom, she wants him to be into children, wants him to be great dad, and have this great experience, sharing this great experience together, because that's kind of what's family for, right? And in a Slavic traditional culture. And then just being great man, it's like just basically decent man, man of his word, man who is not playing around, So if you will see like total statistics, it will be almost like more than 90%. It's a quality of being decent man, then with ability and desire to be a provider, and then your communication and being humor, being adventure, so this is it. Like there is no even this 4% of being alpha male, being I don't know, like overconfident, being picky. There is not in the list this, as you can see, and this is quite a big statistics, and I was following these numbers from since I saw is when I voted it was 1050 women, and then now we have 2750, and it didn't change in percentage. So it shows you like real picture what Slavic women want. And so if you have guys questions about this topic, I will be happy to answer you. Yeah. As I said, so there is no question to men was about women and the way, how men choose. And there was also a lot of men don't want Slavic men, how they choose. They don't want kind of like beauty queen, but just wants somebody who, they who looks for them attractive, but just like have decent character, because in the end of the day, you come in a relationship with, who you are, your personality, and then family with a, all great expectations that you will share, this life with this person. And so of course you want to be wise to try your best not to do mistakes, and just like choose a person with whom you on the same page, like now, and with the have the same life goals, perspectives, vision, have the same value system, Of course this can change in time, but it's already, different story. It's life. But you want to do your best to. And I believe that we learning a lot of things about us being in a relationship, through other people, Anna, a few years ago, there were streams and videos where someone went out on the street and asked questions from a box. Are the answers from this also part of survey or different? Actually, yeah, it might was experiment made in Sumi, I guess. I just have this recent survey, and yeah, everything that done on the street, it also has, interesting conclusions. But I believe, since February 2022, a lot of, things changed, and I think it's a big revolution happened to all women, to all people in the world, in a matter what's important in life, and the revelation of things that matters. And I think many people come to the point where they realize that our life is too short to spend it in anger or unhappiness or, ungratefulness. So a lot of people just, reconsider what is in actuality be what it means being rich, and what makes you happy, what things are invaluable. And I think it's also touched a lot of Ukrainian women as well, as a part, as a part of what they're going through. And so it's a big shift. I know that a lot of you guys just like worry about how it land, emotionally on women. There is everybody going very at their own speed, but but the thing that they yeah, and we will talk about this, about your guys' fears, the top fears. We will do this live stream together with Joe, and we will cover on that based on not on just so this is your fears. We will talk based on our surveys that we've done to guys and our experiences, that we have during, I don't know, it's with my computer. Yeah, we will talk about these stats, and helping to understand where is your fear is just delusional, where you should be fearful and of what, and just help you to manage them, so create a situation where you manage your life but not your fears tell you, manage your mind, taking over your life and now tell you what to do, right? So yeah, just follow our channel, you will see the update and we are going to talk about this. So if you guys have any experience dating Ukrainian women and on topic of today's video you want to share something, in my own perception of Ukrainian women, you see this for example 27% that ability of men to be a provider. I think in the heads of Western guys, this is like they think this is 100% for all women, like the most important thing. And I was talking to Joy about the statistics, and he believed that it might be bigger number when she's looking to the Western guy, abroad. This need and sense of her, like this needness of feeling safety and security, and yeah, as I said, this will be not like if you are a great provider but you have very bad character, this is no goal will be for her, so it will be not more important for her, but when we talk about women, not one thing, sure. When we talk about woman, when she's ready to give up on her country and moved out, of course she need to feel secure, like, if she move ahead with this man, that basically she will not stay out on the street or some, that this man have stable, emotions, which is why they choose this, good person, good man, what they mean by that, like man who is able to be in control of his emotions, his temper, the way he can, unfold for her. Because one thing, if she just with him building relationship in another city in Ukraine, she can easily come back to her city, she can easily find job. And another thing, when she go abroad to start her life from scratch, especially we talk about young ladies, of course they don't see, most of them don't see themselves just to be at home. They want to do something in new country, but it will take time for them to re-educate themselves, to get new qualification, or just find what they want to do. Maybe they will continue to do some beauty industry things that a lot of Ukrainian women involved in Ukraine. But anyway, it takes time to adjust, to understand what she's doing, and all this time she need to rely on you. And so if she feels like you I don't know, you like wind come and go, today you want to be in a relationship with her, tomorrow you just disappear, or when she's when something happened, some conflict situation, and you appearing to show this dark sides of you that she never experienced, it just big question for her. It's becoming too high risk for her to go so far away. This is not different city in Ukraine, and of course there is like basic needs of safety and security. I don't know, she doesn't want, if she say something that you don't like or do something, you all of a sudden kicked out her on the street or something, so this is just those things on a very basic level. She need to feel satisfied, certain developing a relationship with you. She wants to see different sides of you. That's why we've done this video how men should test women, and as well I've done video how women should test men, and she organized all of that to see you in different situations, because to see you when everything good is one side, but then seeing when you're going through some difficulties, she might find you as a very different person, and she better face it before she make a conclusion to make this big step of moving to another country. I don't think I trust answers from street survey. People are put on the spot. Why? It's just average people, In Ukraine, if you go outside on the street, this is very interesting experience because you can meet very different people, like different ages, different perspective of life, different career level, and so you can understand general ideas. Like for example, me and Joe have done street survey on asking girls, average girls, ladies of different age, about what they think about prenup agreement. And I must say that from this survey, I just understand my perception, what I was thinking they would think, as being Ukrainian, it just matched with what girls translate through camera, being random strangers on the street. So I think it's pretty trusted thing, of learning about culture, just random surveys. I lived in Ukraine for 8 years and dating a lot of women. The easiest way to date women is to go to club or dating my students. Okay, then he probably was a teacher. Yeah. With the guys, why Slavic women or people traditionally suspicious with new people, or how to deal with it? With the guys, with the guy, why Slavic women or people? You see, I think they Slavic people, they just generally they're not as warm at the beginning, as you perceive in the West, like here now in Canada. I told you I never got so much compliments in my life how many I got here in the West, like people generally much more easier just to say a few words, few jokes, and I don't know, express themselves in a different way, positive way, which is very different in my country. People can think about about you, good things or bad things, doesn't matter, but they're just not used to share your thoughts with you. And so even when we walk with my mom here, like she was like, and many people talk to her or tell her something, and she's like always like, and they like, sorry, they didn't know she cannot speak English, but and she's like wonder, like people so friendly. But I found, Ukrainian people, it's not like they're not friendly, or Slavic people. It's just like it takes more time for them to to be open, to unfold, to they need certain level of trust to person to be able to show opens up completely. Even there is a lot of like funny videos about Slavic women who we call it they walk on the street with face like that, and the video calls like, I want to make new friends in a new country, and then she's walking with a face like this. and then she's wondering nobody talks to her, So I mean, I understand this is her nature, to walk not smiley, but it's it's normally scare people, it's not inviting, right, face to start conversation and or to say something, but like deeply inside she wants to make friends, but her way, her mimics and everything, the culture where she grew up, she just used to her body language, used to this kind of behavior, so it's like very conflicting. Inside she wants to make friends, but her body language and her face telling, don't even try to talk to me, even I probably have hard time to make it, because I found myself very different from most of Ukrainian people, like just I'm like Canadian. I don't know. I grew up in Ukraine, but it's just somehow didn't touch me a lot. I was very loud from my kindergarten. Even my mom was, when she was picking up me from kindergarten, she has complained from from my teachers that talk to Anya, she was laughing so loud that nobody could sleep, So was my my character from 5 years old. So, but it's not very typical for Ukraine, being very expressive emotionally. And so this is another thing. For example, if you come in a restaurant in Ukraine, you will find out that all Ukrainian people, sitting at the tables, they're very quietly, talking about something very like privately, very not loud, okay? And so, but if you come in a restaurant and you hear like ba 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 da 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 da, very very loud some conversation, this is 100% foreigners. Will you just turn your, you know? I remember like coming in a big restaurant. Joe was there with his friend, and it was like, should I ask him in which like room he is? But I didn't need to do that. I just come and I hear this loud, like conversation. I just turn my face and okay, they're there, no problem, no problem to find. So, and I must say that a lot of Ukrainian, people, they triggered by this, they found this kind of rude, it's like disrespectful to other people being so loud. But I mean, mm, for me it's okay, but I say it's different things. But then if you so like this is public place, right? So like people try to be respectful to other people, so they were not loud, so like they found this disrespectful basically to other people. So but then if you come in a party at home, oh, you will see all kind of stuff. There will be and screaming and laughing and like, a lot of fun things will happen. But will be like your circle, your home, your private territory. And so answering this question, how to, how to deal with this, it takes time to build, your trust with these people until they kind of like, you, or if you, for example, dating Ukrainian lady and she introduce you to her friends, or they will be immediately, friendly to you. Like my friends very friendly to Joe. This is like my choice, and so they very like quickly open to him. When we was living in Ukraine, when we meet, we have a lot of jokes and fun. And so they was like, he was like, in my circle immediately. You don't need to gain this trust. But then if it's random people, yeah, they but I must admit also there is a lot of Ukrainian people who really, how to say, they want to have international friends. And like some foreigners in Ukraine, they feel like they superstar on the street or something. A lot of people wants to talk, especially if you have good English, very understandable, where you speak slowly and very very clear. They want to be a friend. They very like they want to know different people. A lot of people like very open-minded. If you would experience some closeness, mostly it's from people who with whom you have language barrier. So it's hard to, establish connection. It's like when we lived the last year in Mexico, they're very friendly people. I see that, but I know some of them, like, because of language barrier, we cannot communicate, and so they might perceive me as a, cold Slavic woman, but it just, yeah, it's just because I wasn't able to talk to them. So, like, everything I was able just to say hola, like, a few words and smile, but yeah. So these things might um make them more, more suspicious, because they're not able to communicate with you to understand you more. But anyway, it just takes more time, and um, more time to build this trust until they will perceive you as your friend. um, yeah, this survey that we talked today about, this was uh, it's a lot of, it's a big number, right? 2,700 people. I think the man has to go after Ukrainian lady. You must be open person to get her attention. Once there is an interest, then you can start. Yeah, I mean, you see, I believe it's a good personal development course when you guys, try to approach lady on the street. I mean, I think if you do this, especially in Ukraine, I don't know about West, because I don't know, maybe you can be kicked in the face or something for this kind of training. But in Ukraine, no danger can happen to you, but only positive experience of building your confidence, and ladies open, and for your approach, and they never rude to you. If they don't like you, they will just tell you something nice, but just like, uh, you know but with a smile, but nothing like bad, or something that will discourage you from doing this again. A lot of women, they like, approach on the street. Some of them have, like, it's just, it depends on her mood, where she's going, what's happening. But anyway, um, yeah, there is nothing like really bad can happen to you, but definitely only good things, because um building your confidence, this is big thing for your success with Ukrainian women. And um, they choose in this survey, there is alpha male, yeah, figure eight, but there is not really uh, like very, they perceive it alpha male a little bit like, and so it's not popular, only 4%, yeah, woman. For them it's important, for him being very strong, very masculine, very so they perceive it a little bit, kind of, if I can maybe compare, where men just like, he they perceive it, for a family this is not attractive, because this is not man who can be a partner. So, like, if I would say, for all Ukrainian women, what they looking mostly, it's not relationship where, like, she completely, you know she wants to talk about, like, important things together with husband. Final decision will be after him, but she wants to be heard, she wants to participate, and so she's looking for men who are willing to do this. And so, in perception of a lot of like women, alpha male, it's not this man who will care about, like, her vision or her desire, or, like, he's on his own. And so this is not the man for family, because family is two people where you come, in this relationship, and you bring your your yourself, which is as a woman, as a man, different things. But when you create union, you create something third, which is common, and so this third should serve you. I mean, third, not only children, but just like in general, your relationship is just something like you both interacting with each other, and it's creating common life, common purposes, common happiness. And so I say all people who come in a relationship, they expect that their life will become more happier, more accomplished, more meaningful, more like more deep, and so they want to have this. They don't want to come in a relationship and have like their level of pain and troubles in life become higher than when they were single. So in this regard, that's what Ukrainian women afraid to experience, and that's why this being like alpha male for some women it's important. Yeah, as you can see, only 4%. For those who looking for a serious relationship and family, they want more guy. Okay, not pushover, not those one for whom they will be leading. There is still leading role of man, but he just not on his own, as a like alpha male. He's just he don't care, about like he has. It's normally it's a big ego guy, and where is ego, there is no love. It's just very hard to put these things together. So when you're able to balance between just healthy love esteem and love esteem love to yourself, self-worth, and just from this coming in relationship and giving your love to other person, it's one thing. But when you come in a relationship and you just like the best of the best and she's just like serving you, this is not what she's expecting. It's always a relationship, it's exchange of different things. Man cares about woman in his man way, giving her protection on many different levels, and stability, and being a leader that woman follow. But then woman cares about him giving sharing her love in a way how woman does that, giving her calm, peaceful woman's energy, where he can dissolve and relax himself after achieving living in this crazy world where he has a lot of challenges, and he don't want to come at home and continue these challenges at home. He wants to come at home and have this peaceful relaxing atmosphere, of woman that will support him in any his ideas, woman that will care about his health, about his she provide him love in a way that she cooks for him or whatever, just like turning his cave into pleasant home that man wants to come back. And just it's not just about visual content, right? Not just visual house, it's just about what his feelings, and that's the reason why some men don't want to come back from work home, because it's just like he gone at work through with less stress there than he's living at home. So and so that's not what family, what's not what it's supposed to be. So I said everybody bring different things to the table, but they different according to our nature and what we and what we gifted and what we in actuality able to give, from our from our healthy harmonic when we harmonic with ourselves. It just we attract harmonic partner, and it just brings more joy and happiness in relationship. When we come in relationship and expect that somebody will heal our holes, and normally it just doesn't work like that. Putting responsibility for your own mm, wound to other person, even don't making this person aware of them, it just normally doesn't lead you for long-term commitment and happy relationship. There is just expectations about each other, but then reality is that you're not really happy with each other. How much hours does match guarantee typically spend education the women on expectations of them from the Western men? We work with women as well. It's just very interesting question. I mean, it just shows me again, guys that expect to come to Ukraine and conquer heart of Ukrainian woman, being a leader, understanding why he's go there, and expecting that she needs to be, I don't know what you like. It's okay. It's just so. What you mean we train them? Okay, just like we need to teach them that they should be okay paying bills at a restaurant. They will not be happy, with this, and this will not. It's not about them being happy. It's just about you come into traditional culture to find what you cannot experience in the West, and so you want them to be taught to behave like Western women behave, so like it will be okay for them. But you understand, this is Western men, when they come to Ukraine, they want to actually experience Ukrainian woman. They don't want to experience Western woman. And so of course every, especially international relationship, they require more flexibility and understanding about each other, and like be more open-minded, and just like understand if he didn't bring you flowers, it's not because like if that happened in while she dating Slavic man, she have certain conclusions, and it's not negotiable, but when she date Western man, she can give a discount to this, like she can, okay, he's from different culture, it might be not part of what they do in the West, so like she can give these things at the beginning, like, but will it change if she feels this way? She feels loved, like when man brings flower, so she will like close eyes on this for like 1-2 times, but then she like, if you want to make this woman to fall in love with you, why would you train her to adjust to what's normal in the West? Like, I don't understand what's the purpose to start this relationship if you expect them to behave like Western women behave, or be okay with the way you you used to live and used to dating. It's just different world, and you need to understand, if you want Ukrainian women to behave like Western women, then you don't need to go to Ukraine and date Ukrainian women. Then you better find your your loved one in the West. it's just like it's very different things. That's why I say always, guys, you need to know what is this, and just like to understand for yourself, what you want. And so I understand, like for Joe, it was just something that he was. I were in his family in Canada, yeah, this year introduction, and when I was there, I didn't feel like myself. I'm in Canada. I didn't see nothing that was opposite from what I experienced in Ukraine. Like his older brother was married to Ukrainian woman, and so he grew up with this, seeing all of these things of traditional, way of living, and it's his picture, and that's what it always was attractive to him. So like mm, like I didn't see the difference, like that I'm in Canada, but I understand watching videos, what's going on, like in the general dating world, it's blew my mind. But I mean, at the same time, I understand it's everybody choice, and you don't need to like if you find Slavic woman not for you, and you not willing even, it's like I believe the best Slavic women it's those who actually live there in Ukraine, in like the best, because they just um, they just know what they know, and you come there, okay, you hunter, okay, and so you come in the forest, and so do you need to train so bear how to behave so you will cut him, or I don't know, or any other animal to help you to cut him? Of course there is will be from woman, because she is so family oriented, and she understands it, she's dating Western man. Will be a lot of like things that she will be open to consider for herself, for have successful relationship. But it doesn't mean she will be okay with like guy who wants to date several women at the same time with no exclusive relationship or things like that. She will never say okay to this, because this is not what she wanted. This is not what traditional woman expectations are. So I don't know what in which part like we need to like train them according to match with a Western man. Like of course every relationship we provide individual coaching for every couple, from both sides, from matchmakers working with the women, we work with the clients. So like every situation where it can be miscommunication or misunderstanding, but it doesn't mean that we can train women. Listen, you shouldn't be feel loved when you shouldn't associate when he bring you flower that you need to feel loved about this, because this is not part of Western culture. You need to understand. So this is very normal for him. So if you want to be with him, please forget about feeling love in this way. So find you another way of feeling loved. Or you need to know how to tell men, or you need to know that you need to be ready to pay 50% bill at a restaurant, because this is normal in the West. And so you shouldn't be upset. You shouldn't perceive this as he don't like you. It's just the way it is in the West. And so if you want to win this man to be with him, you should be ready to pay. You should invest financially in this relationship. I just have hard time to imagine this training, It's just because I don't believe in this, because I mean I believe in the differences between culture, but I also believe in women and men in their consciousness understanding why they come in the relationship and what they want to bring in this relationship. That's what I believe. If you want to come in relationship and I don't know, and looking for this going ditch, putting responsibility partially on woman's shoulder, and this is will, that's how you feel, that's how you see and happy, and want this relationship. I don't think this is Ukrainian dating Slavic woman. This is past for you. I don't say it's not exist in Ukraine. It exists. I've been in this relationship myself 10 years, 50-50. I started today and my ex told me I want 50-50. I was young and stupid to understand that this man just don't want to take responsibility. He's mommy boy. And so I lived with this for 10 years. Sorry. We sometimes we're very sick to get things. It's exist in Ukraine. But now I know what was the cause of this reason, like it's like when man and the problem that I was so young and like so immature to not catch this, to not understand. I felt something wrong, when I was asking him, what's your life goals, what you want in life, and I was like, I don't know. And so I was like, okay, I will be, I need to be more, more patient. Maybe he needs just more time. So I was giving 10 years, and so at some point you just feel like you don't want anymore to be this woman who tell your man what to do, or like he looks up to you to tell me what to do. This is not I mean, it can work for some time, but in actuality it's not bringing you at a place where everybody in in the role of what, like, like there is a lot of training in the Slavic world, how to encourage man, how to motivate him, and all these girls go to these courses, paying money like to understand, how to bring this. And I was this girl, who was going to this course and finding answer, something wrong with me, like why he don't want, he's no, there is nothing wrong with you and nothing wrong with him. It's just different people, different, like they want different things in life, and so now when I understand I don't want to be anymore in this role of like not leading but something like this, it was end. But I strongly, guys, discourage you one who is not able to be captain of your life, who is not who is not man with a strong vision and of where he's going. He's not, you're not set up with your own, with your own life. I discourage you to look wife in Ukraine. It will be difficult journey for you, because Ukrainian women mostly, unless she's very young and stupid like me were, they mostly want to follow man. And so if man doesn't know where he's going, she don't want to join this journey. That's the thing. She might, will make exception for 1 year, like, I made very big exception for 10 years. But in actuality, it's hard. So when you when you feel that you want woman to, to have a strong personal realization, she should like behave this way and this way, how Western man adjusted and like what he used to, then you better date Western women, because that's everything and this might work for you very good. But if you come to Ukraine, and so it's different world, and so you come there, you make this step at the as a I made this analogy of you all watch this movie Avatar, where this Avatar, he was conquering dragon, who was serving him later during and until end of the movie, yes, serving him to fight over dark. And Raw Dragon taught how to behave so Avatar could conquer him. No, dragon was just dragon. And you guys who write, I don't want dragon. It's just I don't say, I'm dragon, but also you guys, you don't appreciate and you don't like woman when she's just everything for you, when she doesn't, if you, that guy, who has who is leader, who is who you are, you have like healthy self-worth, you want to see next to you woman who is matching you, so you don't want woman to be, I mean, some of you want, and so I believe for this kind of expectations where woman is completely dissolving you, she just serve you, she doesn't have her own personality, she's not maybe so much educated, and like even you want super big age gap, maybe like just different type of, I don't know, maybe Filipino lady, or like I while I was in Thailand, I saw a lot of really like huge age gap couple, but I just, it's just very different type of relationship, from what you can get in Ukraine. Ukrainian women, they highly educated, they highly talented people, very like and they more looking not to, they want to be submissive in relationship, they want man to have a leading role, but it's not just like completely to completely dissolve herself in the man, lose herself, no, not, that's not what they want. And so Ukrainian family, it's always like woman in man, they both in their power, but a very different like way of they expressing their power. Woman in her feminine energy, in her being a woman, it's a very different thing. It's where woman understand her power is in her weakness. She will never do like that, I'm stronger, I will prove you that, this is not Ukrainian woman. She enjoy to have this strong shoulder that she can lay her head on. She wants to be weak. Sometimes, I mean, the thing that about Ukrainian women, if they don't have this strong man, they become this woman who can take care about themselves, but it doesn't mean they enjoy being in this role. That's why they still looking for a man who, and when they're strong, it's just it's different strongness. It's come not from enjoy of desire of to prove or like this value man, that they so bad that I like, I don't need them, it's very different. they come to this point because they have to. If she stays single mom, now she has somehow to provide living. So of course she turned off her, masculine energy in her to be able to provide for her and the child, like, or mm, but she come to this point from her need, not from her, you know from her desire to be that strong woman, from her ambitions. Yeah, there is ambitions, ladies, in Ukraine. Of course there are, but I just don't see majority of them. Majority of them just very down to earth and like women just who find the happiness in things that is connected of being woman, being woman, doing feminine things in life. And if you talk about even work, they enjoy doing work that also um, that also have a feminine base, like beauty industry, just like huge in Ukraine, or being psychologists, or being, I don't know, like charity organization or something that feed their feminine, things in them. So in there is, sphere, like for example, when I was selling building materials, it's not woman job. But I was with mommy boy in relationship, so I was a little bit, I I I started this game. I was there, and my soul needed this experience. So in my office, all was man. I was one woman only, and I was making good money. So like, but it was not enjoyable for me. It's not something that was, fitting with my soul needs. Before I was working in ATM machine, selling big contracts to banks, and also like 22 people in the office, and I'm one woman. And before I was working also in other like, I mean, but I just, my way of finding myself and my things that will make me happy, and understanding that, I learned through my lessons. This is what I was talking about. All these women, they go on the courses to find how to encourage men, but there is no this magic pill. So what I want to say that, yes, you can do, you can behave your certain way that, help you to support, man's fire in him. But if there is no fire, you cannot make it. So don't have expectations, or like desire to change someone, or like unfold the sides of him that he don't want, like just accept him for who he is, and just, you know be okay with this, or just, understand maybe you are not the right match. So like, it was painful. He was telling me it's painful that um I dream big, and not even dream big, but just like seeing this mismatch, big mismatch in like vision, for seeing that we don't have any common goal, anything, like no common nothing. It was painful. And so what I want to say that, okay, let me read your comment. Somebody triggers me. Was too much. One scenario: if Slavic lady's mom so warm welcome more than the lady's herself, it that mean her mom approved in the relationship to go the next level? It's an interesting question. Some, because moms, they Slavic culture, or not Slavic, sorry, Soviet Union. So for them, for their daughter to be in a relationship, for a lot of them, just even more important than even for for women, they put this. I mean, like nowadays, you know, like women of my age, with having some experience already of relationship, knowing themselves, knowing what they want in a relationship, they if they choose man, they don't want to be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. That's the thing. They want to feel this is right man, and this is um right connection, they don't want to live according to expectations or prejudice or expectations of society, that if you're like 30 plus, you all like, if you don't have children, this is tragedy, like, or you like, they just give this, they been beaten hard. I One lady hanging out at her, she's 40 plus. We made introduction call, and like I talked to her afterwards, and like she say, I'm 41, and just like living in Ukraine. This is hard. Like everybody talk and tell me all time, like, what is that? 41, don't have children. What you thinking about? Like, so like this is Soviet Union perception of what is life for, like those values, they still very strong in society. And so people sometimes don't have enough respect to people's boundaries, especially if we talk about not stranger, we talk about like families, and so they all know what you need to do. And so I personally hope I will not be that mom, you know. And my mom, thanks God, and father, they always say, as long as you're happy. They always wanted me to have my experience. Although they say that in actuality they were struggling with my choices all my life. They happy with my choice of job. Finally, now I was like really surprised, with, but at the end of the day, what they sense and what they're happy about, they see me happy, and so they don't need more. At the end of the day, uh, most of the parents, they just want their child to be happy. And so what this means sometimes, when it's nice really when you have support of like parents and their approval, and it's much easier to build relationship, while it's opposite situation, when mother don't like, this is very very slippery road. It's very hard to manage to keep relationship healthy and happy when you have this situation. But woman, if she made this step of introduction you to parents, it's a huge step for her. It means she's serious about you. But then she just basically, maybe she's not so expressive, because she just sees, she just observe, okay, with mother relationship goes, I just like, and then she still keep asking herself, how she feels next to you. Now she's like, don't allow herself to completely be expressive as her mama, don't um yeah, a lot of people Ukrainian superstitious, about like don't be super happy because you can with this emotion destroy your happiness. So like they just try to keep it like, slowly, but it doesn't mean she didn't like you, or like it's just maybe she has different way of how stages or allows yourself to enjoy what you have. Mm, or can be this situation when mother wants her to get married more than even her, and like, and mother kind of like pushy from her side, which is, you know not sometimes have opposite effect, because women don't want to have this it's her life at the end of the day. If she's separated from parents, as well as you guys, if you're separated, we have very rare cases of men who's moving ahead with us and then he stopped at some point because he feels like what my family will tell about the way I choose women or about my journey. So this is just tells about being not separate from parents. One has to lead and set course wherever it both goals are similar. As she's saying goes, there can only be one captain on a ship. First, they have to determine if they share similar vision. 100% what? Yes, this is. No, I'm doing live stream. Hello. Ego potentially kill the relationship, also big ego sign of insecurities. This is what in Ukraine? Maybe. Yeah. I mean, we just repeat West with a big delay in time. Also that 5 of 15 women are your Zoom dating promo listed as is the religion. That's 1/3 of them. If you are this list and nothing, it's representative of your database or an anomaly. We will talk about, we will do separate live stream on who is this lady. This is not our database, core database, not much guarantee. And I would say this is anomaly because as you will go on our website, most of the ladies, it's mentioned they are Christian, but the way relationship developing with God in the West and in Ukraine, it's very different. I brought my mom here in Kelowna to Trinity Church, which is Protestant. Yeah, my mama was confused. She was like, "If this Christian," because the way everything serves going is very different. Although we have this one in Ukraine also, like Hillsong Church. I see how big impact it's made for her, and she was hard, she didn't understand nothing. Obviously, it's English language, but she enjoyed it. And so that's big difference between services in Ukraine and why so many people they don't go to church, but a lot of people still go because there is the message that the way of how it's organized in Ukrainian churches. It just you feel very separated from God message. You don't like learn Bible how like through messages that they do in Protestant churches, where you just sit and you listen and you talk and you so it just and it's overall give you feeling of more like you should be fearful of God instead of like asking for him help, asking for his guidance, feeling his impact in your life, feeling that he give you this power, confidence, encouragement, so all of that, it just like very opposite in Ukraine. You come and you like feel yourself very small fly, and so like you do, but like you're afraid to do any small step to wrong stand, put candle in the wrong place, or like, I don't know, there's so many, like you cannot come without covering your head, and so like so many rules. And I mean, it doesn't still, like when I was student, I was very close to church and my university, and so I was going there very often, not on service, but just like when I want, and just like, look at this picture and talk, and just like, in the way that I imagine, this. I felt like, this connection from with God from my childhood. It was not new for me, but I just really enjoy of how it's since I met Joe and he introduced me to Hillsong in Ukraine. And so that's why a lot of Ukrainian women, you see they're Christian in profile, but it doesn't mean they go like every week in a church. They go very often. They go on a big celebration like Easter. I don't know, but Christmas we have different. So like they go on holidays. Some of them go every week, but it's like, it's not about their attendance to church. It's just about their feeling of connection to God, and like the way they live this, the way what values they have, like feeling this connection to above, feeling that you lead in, feeling that you have the support. So, but normally, it's not as much about rituals. Something like they're Christian, but they don't strictly follow the teachings. They follow teachings, that's written in the Bible, but just like they don't follow a lot of rituals, I would say. And so rituals is different from teachings, what's written in the Bible, right? So they follow teachings, but they don't follow a lot of rituals. I say first time when I went to Hillsong in Ukraine, I was like, this is like, I remember I told you, this is like personal development training, but it's free. That was my expression, and I know by but making it this singing songs, this is always like, it's your heart is open, this is the way you establish this connection, because we know everything not here but here, and so you make this stronger, your connection. And so when you go to in Ukraine, just to normal church, it creates this difficulties, because like the songs is not like in Hillsong, they very not understandable in a old language. You cannot repeat with them, or like you can try to do your best to learn them, but then when you sing, it's still like it's more questions than understanding. Like it's just like you cannot come to this level. You try to understand it from your brain, and it's just like super complicated, and complicated things, they hard to to let them in, right? Because you try to analyze them, while where it's simple. This is the way to deeply allow to accept it deeply in your heart. So how can I tell if a woman show interest in me? She's doing like that. Okay, a joke. She's interested in you. No, first of all, she's communicating with you. She's answering. She's. I mean, depends on how you meet her, you know. If you meet her on paper or their website, she will non-stop communicate for you. Not her, even system will communicate, or like people who is hired to communicate with you. It's a different story. If you talk about real person who you know, woman that you meet, she's turning to this best version of herself because she wants to make the best impression. She's dressed nicely for you, you know. She tried to impress you. She has she's, you know, communicating with you very, you know, engaging. She is you have some kind of, you know, slow progression on the physical level. She wants to touch you, holding hands, you know. And yeah, depends how, you know, long the relationship, but just you have like slow progression from holding hands then to kiss to other things. But I mean, it just, yeah, slowly building, right? Physical connection. She is she's trying to avoid anything that would scare you away. For example, she would never tell you something about shopping. In, you know, if go I mean, you know, there is always can be exception. For example, if lady have like, you know, love language gifts, and you definitely sure she's not, you know, she's not scammer. You don't meet her through scammer website. I mean, there is, can be exception, but generally speaking, they don't want you to do anything that will set you with any question about her intention other than, you know, she has serious intention. So she don't want you to perceive her as a materialistic lady, you know. She wants to see her genuine, she wants to see genuine connection between you and her, and like possibility to develop this relationship. mm, she enjoy, and she's, you know, grateful for small things of attention that you give, like you bring in flowers. She's very happy and smiley and like grateful. mm, she's trying to make her, even if she has very busy schedule, she try to find time to be able to continue to invest time in and it's always, this is not always the case. Like, I now you guys will interpret this. If you have distant relationship and she's not talking to you 24 hours a day, so she's not interested in you. Don't make this conclusion. They all, a lot of, is we not a chat culture, okay? We're not a chat. We don't like the. So if you want to talk to her, and also don't expect women every day come on video call. You know, it's like for Ukrainian woman to come on video call, she need to do full makeup, full hair, everything should be clean. And then if she tell you and then after, at the end of the day work, you know, if she was very extremely hard and stressful, she need to find this, you know, energy that, you know, to come and to have with you video date. So don't have these expectations, and don't find it she's not interested in me because she don't want to video date with me every day. No, she just don't want. Again, she cares about how her looks, how she will show up to you. So she actually don't want to come video date because she don't want to look not beautiful for you. So if she has dirty hair like this is, and but she cannot tell, listen, I have dirty hair. It's just not like not something that Ukrainian woman would tell you. I'm tired, you know, or something. But you know, that's what you need to read through, you know, between the lines. That it's not that she's not interested. So like, don't be upset about this. And yeah, what else she do? She's asking serious questions, and she look very very attentively, you know, in your answers, like, you know, absorbing everything she can absorb. Your answer, your body language, your I don't know, whatever you know, looking for all signs to have very complete answer. You know, like what's your expectations about relationships? How you see them to you together, guys? You know, what's your plans about her? Um, asking about your ex-girlfriend, for example, even this, getting answers from there, analyzing your story at a certain point. So like she really, if she's considering you as a prospective match, she wants to know you in many, many, many different levels, not just to see you, you handsome and nothing else. So she's making this detective research of asking a lot of questions because you in the area of her interest. But also, guys, don't take it like, oh, she's not asking questions, she's not into me. No, it's just like different timing, and readiness for, like, different level of relationship. First, woman always first, when it's just first date, or like, first for the beginning of relationship, mostly men ask her. And if she sees that men don't ask her, she perceives this, oh, he's not interested in me. So if she's not very actively ask you questions at the beginning of a relationship, it doesn't mean she's not interested in you. She actually wants to feel that you're interested in her and you ask her questions. And actually, by answering questions, that's how she build emotional connections with you. She build this interest to you, because when she answer, that's the way she, bring her energy and effort in the relationship. And you become like more, with every answer that you get, with more open answer. But please, guys, there is a question that shouldn't talk, and like topics that you don't talk at the beginning, such as money, politics, sex, all these things, just not for the illness. This is very intimate, all these things. Politics, this is never talk. Вообще. After maybe you married, if you want to. I don't know. This never interest Ukrainian people. This is almost never happened that people talk about politics, because people used to rely on themselves. They never like talk about politics in perspective that somebody owe them. If somebody will come another president and their life will become better, this is putting responsibility on somebody else. Like this is never interest of Ukrainian people. So maybe grandmother, those age, like there's so nothing to. They can research this and talk about this, but not, definitely not young ladies. So please, guys, especially if you build romance, this is early stages of relationship. Oh, this is the worst thing probably what you can talk about. No, maybe worse will be even sex, if you on the first day start to ask her about these things. It just like you build, and there is some spicy topic that you should talk later in a relationship. So that's how you feel. Do you use astrology to see who is compatible with? Like, I'm very compatible with Gemini and Leo. I believe personally in astrology. I know that a lot of you guys think this is just fun things. Every time when a Joe says something, he starts to laugh. And my mama from my childhood told me I need Leo. And so when I told my mama, remember, I was walking with the kids on the play yard and just like sent Joe a message. By the way, I don't know when your birthday, and he told today, and I sent him messages like 15th of August. Yeah, his birthday, and he's Leo, and I never actually met Leo in my life before. And I told my mom, I remember I turned and I say, he's a Leo. And she like, finally, we got our Leo. It was funny. Like my mama was excited. I don't know. She doesn't believe, she doesn't know much, but somehow she like from when I was a very small kid, she read about it a little bit and it just stuck in her head. But but there is some definitely things, It's just we use love language. You know, it's huge. It's huge in helping matching couples, and we use lovecode.com. You can go there also, check it out. It can help you to understand your personality type, and so based on it, it's also help to match couples. There is types that, you know, ideally when basically this is type based on your value system. So it's ideal when in your first two values you have one common, which is give you like common things, you know, or common visions or common perception on the way you live. Oh, sorry, lovecode.info. Yeah. And one when it's different, one of them. So for example, I have this Joe, I'm trying to know his second. He has first A, and second I don't remember now which second, but I have first N, nurturing, and then I have A, action. So his second, okay, so now I will just nurturing, blueprint, action, nurturing, knowledge, his second knowledge. And so you see we have different, this is his engineering side. So we have one in common, which is action, and it gives us these common things of being spontaneous people, being adventurous people, being, you know, easygoing. I don't know, living life like at the speed of life, you know, which is like I see a lot of people in even our team, they struggling with, you know, like so many things changing all time. And but I mean, and I know, like from my past experience and Joe past experience, our partners who ex-partners didn't have these A things, probably was very to the end, so they have hard time to keep up with us. He had, as me had, complaints from our exes that we too fast, like, you know, changing everything. We like, you know, um we too spontaneous. Like people was, you know, exes was struggling with it because they didn't have. So it's really helpful to understand basic mm, and so, and this too, we have different nurturing, yeah, and his knowledge, I think he's, yeah, blueprint last, and um being nurturing, yeah, he has knowledge and I have nurturing. So it makes this attraction to each other, because this is things is different. So he's attracted to my nurturing, bubbly sunshine personality, while I attracted to his side of, like, you know, very smart, intelligent man. Knowledge, it's all time, it's his engineering, you know, it's just, it's very logical, you know, things that woman doesn't have. So it's like interesting, oh, how it's to be logical, you know. So it's a good match when you have one thing from four values, you have two in common, and one in common and one is different. This is the best match. So we see, you know, how it works and how to use this to make great matches. And so, for example, man of action, those guys who can be much easier be successful with Ukrainian women, they normally have this A pretty early, or first or second letter. And so if we match him with a woman, so he's like, you know, he can quickly come and meet her. He's decision maker. He's and so if woman, for example, he dates, she has this A at the end, it sometimes feels like, you know, he's ready. He's like, he's this fire aim, you know, and she's she's like, I need time to think, and like it's hard in a relationship. And for example, if she has her B first blueprint, and so she needs time to plan things and just like to move slow, and like everything should be systemized, and so it's mismatch here. So please go to lovecode.me to fill out this form to understand your unique code, and so it helped us to match you with a right woman. So this what we discover in this working great helping to create. But there's a lot of things, right? Like, I mean, there is a lot of things you can use for matching. At the end of the day, how like you can have great matching by uh, all these tests, love languages, everything. But then if you come to the point where you don't have chemistry, sorry, all of that just not applying, right? This is just something that it starts from. When I met Joe, like I was like almost like mesmerized, like for a second, and just like, like whole world stop. And so this was the same for him. And so it's just something that, I don't know, on soul level we know who is our match, I know. But in a long-term perspective and seeing, sometimes people just have chemistry, but then if you go further, on different level of relationship, there is no compatibility, and it's also tough, right? You don't go far away just on chemistry, chemistry level, where you see that men don't see her as a like mother and he wants to be a father. Like, I mean, don't see her mother, I mean, they have very different perspective on seeing a family. Or, I mean, there is a lot of deal breakers, so it can be so. Or like their life goals very opposite. He wants to travel around the world, and she wants just to have, like, she's so like somewhere based, and to 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 be in one city, and just like maximum one time in a year. So it's a difficult, because he is probably A, this personality that likes changes, move, and she's B because she's nest person. So there is a lot of people in Ukraine that was born in one city, live all life in one city, never go abroad. This is just like this. So of course those women don't come to us because obviously they understand their life will be very different if they meet the right man and they're ready to move ahead and to change. So this is very like different type of mentality. This is very open-minded people. But yet, if she even move abroad, a lot of them wants to have this stable life where when they consider, man, they always look at territory, also country where they live. They try to imagine, okay, so I will move to Australia, and so it means I will be to see how my friends, I will be flying that many hours, and like how often I could do that. And so for some of them it's deal breaker, even they like men, but they just understanding they so much attached to their like country. But it's not country like parents or some obstacles that holding them to Ukraine. But it's not for all of them. A lot of them, proceeding, but it happened. It's just very individual, individual for every woman. Yeah. There's a lot of comments. Hello, guys. So, guys, yeah, just welcome for pre-registration to our Zoom event party, and we will do update on more detailed how it will be, where it will be, what it will be, and all the details. Yeah, just make sure you subscribe to our channel, you press notification button to have to get notification when we live. And we are preparing huge live stream on a Christmas day. We welcome you if you wants to share this party with us. I know there is a lot of lonely hearts in this world, and so maybe will be your place. We'll be happy to share this Christmas with you. We've done, and also you're welcome to discover this webinar, how to defy the odds and start your family even if you're over 50. You see there is a scan code. You just can put your iPhone or a telephone and just scan it, and it will lead you directly to presentation. You're welcome. And you can also check your how you attractive to Slavic woman, and so check your SMV at www.yoursmv.com. You can calculate your perspective to be successful in this journey and how attractive your profile. But guys, remember, even if you get a low point, it's not dead end, Like for example, obviously I had two children from previous marriage, and it's dramatically lower my SMV. But you see, it's happened for me. I met my my husband, who is so happy to that we find great match of giving to each other what we want to experience. And so just take it not like completely as a resolution, if you don't be discouraged by that. Just like if there is some things that you can improve, there is something definitely you can fix if there. But try to be honest, with all evaluation, because it's give you pretty real picture, Okay, thanks for being with me, and I'll see you on Christmas Day. Din 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 din.
Silent night, I only have one wish for the shooting star. Holy night, send me someone to love so I can hold their hand while we're ice skating around the tree in Central Park. Kiss them under the mistletoe. Oh, I want a Christmas kind of spark. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? A waterfall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Turtle doves and all my favorite things come in sets up too. So does love. Send me someone I can talk to. We'll share stories of our childhood memories of Christmas past. Chestnuts on an open fire and another log to make it last. We'll build Frosty the Snowman and dance along with the Christmas band, and then we'll frolic like two old lovebirds walking around a winter wonderland. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid sent his arrow straight to my heart? A waterfall Christmas.